Good morning, folks. Welcome to May 29th, end of the month. You know what that means? Get your stats ready. Get ready to share with Tony what's been going on. Because you know what? We've had over 224 referrals year to date. You know what else? We've had 230 BAMs. What's a BAM? That's a business activity meeting. That's a meeting between members where they get to know or understand new things that are happening for other members. So, like, I know Sam for a few years now. I know what he does, but Sam might add something to his repertoire, and it's always good to keep up with that. Or latest information, like he says, sometimes some dealerships they will kind of like be let's double check your pricing on that, right? So that's kind of a cool thing. Or Wendy might end up saying, listen, the market's soft, or the market's hard, or the market's just moving fast. And you get that information and you share that information with your colleagues and your people around you. And that's how the referrals happen. We've done over $75,000 worth of business, actually closer to $76,000 worth of business between members year to date. Our e-cards, so you notice the QR code behind me, well, that's part of your e-card. And that's better than anything else you're going to find out in the market. Because what happens is you can post in content that is like YouTube, and someone latches onto your e-card, and then they can upload your information. So you don't have to worry about misspelling, typing down the wrong number, getting someone else from some other place, right? You always have the information correct, and you're sharing it as you go along. In fact, you can share your colleagues' information. You're doing referrals. That way, everybody has that information nice and sweet. I'm going to share a screen now. And as I do that, it's going to hide itself. The gallery scene is going to hide itself behind what I'm sharing, because it likes doing that now. It's as a new service as part of Zoom, but it's not the worst thing in life. Just, you know what? I'll just go with it. Hey, member of the week. Who is that Susan McGarry all about, right? Well, if you want to know, there's Susan. Click on her, on her video here, or Susan's e-card, so you can get a hold of her. There is a tribute to Sheldon Carrasco, a celebration of life event that's coming up. And so this tribute is in here. Sheldon passed recently. Now, if you're looking from the outside in and you want to know, how do I get on these fabulous calls? You just click the red buttons here. So Monday morning, 8 to 9, Bell's Corners. The East End group, here we go. Click here. You come on in today. Then we also have the Thursday morning group. Click here. Now, this coming Thursday, we are meeting at, what's the name of the place again, Tony?
Biggs.
Big. No, that's not Biggs. That's not Biggs.
Oh, sorry. Thursday. Well, that's tomorrow. We're meeting tomorrow at the River Lounge.
River Lounge. Thank you. Sorry, sir. I totally escaped the brainstem here. And on June 4th, you know what? Penny Lee's running a great group. And what that is all about that's happening there is kind of like keeping you accountable for your stuff. Why is that? Why do you need someone to shepherd you? Because sometimes it's easy to let things slide. And, Penny Lee will be there to help guide us, and any member of Phoenix can join that event. And then every Tuesday, East Trade Winds meets at 8 a.m. Free for all our guests to come on in. You got a business, this is a good place to meet some other people. And that's what happens. Everybody seems to be rolling in on that space. And tuning in with Tony on Fridays, 1:30 to 2:30, free to attend, so that you get that chill. And you know what? Penny Lee also helps you loosen up those muscles and those legs. So come on in and do your dance and moving, which is really good if you're doing a sedentary job. Bell's Corners in-person meeting is May 27th. Well, we know that's already gone by. South End Group, here we go. So if you're going to come to that one tomorrow, click here. East End in-person meeting. That's at Biggs. That's on June 5th next week. Now, these in-person meetings are at 7:30 a.m. So that the important part here is 7:30 a.m. So, it's not at 8 and it's not online, all right? QR directories and QR directory booklet is here. So you want to track down another member, you can. I'm just going to move my screen around here a little bit here so I can get back into my command and control of Zoom, because, it does what it does and it does it well, but sometimes it does it too well the wrong way. I'm going to stop share. We're going to do a round robin of, hey, what are we doing? What's going on in our week? What BAMs have we had? Business activity meetings or referrals? And you know what? We're going to start off with the ever lovely Susan Abbs. Susan,
Thank you so much, Bernie. Welcome to our business meeting this morning. I feel like I've been gone for months. That's what happened when you go away on a trip. So I'd like to introduce you to our lovely Revive room spray. This has different flavors that you can use a short spritz just for a small area, or you can hold down the trigger here and you can cover the whole room. This is used to freshen up a room. Say you've been cooking something with garlic in it, and although that smells nice, you don't want it to linger. Or what about fish? Ugh, the smell afterwards is terrible. Or, well, the washroom, sometimes the smells coming out of there are terrible too. So this is fantastic. You can take the top off. It's a refillable container at the bottom. There's 3 different flavors, scents. Again, no chemicals. So freshen up your room and smell nice. This is called Revive. It's from melaleuca.com.
So, Susan, we don't use that as underarm deodorant, though, right?
Just
A tacit no. A tacit no. I appreciate that. Sam, over to you, sir.
What kind of BAMs did we do, Susan? Any idea?
No BAMs.
Okay.
I was fluttering around the world there. So,
Oh, fluttering. Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
losing my luggage.
Sam,
Okay,
over
good
to you.
morning,
We're
everyone.
fluttering
Sam
to you.
Stewart,
Good.
connectedcars.ca. Here's my contact information in the chat. Well, most of you know what I do. Things like this little device like this one here, dash cameras. I install those nice and neat in your vehicle. No wires hanging down, no plugging in and plugging out. They automatically come on when your car starts and shuts off when your car shuts off. Also can protect you in a parking lot when your car is actually in the off position. So if you're interested in something like that, I can help you out. Also do minor repairs, oil changes, brake jobs, and these days I'm doing a few detailing jobs, car cleanups. If you have salt in your vehicle left over from the winter, I can have a way of getting that out for you. Anyway, things going on what bands wise. Well, our friend Jacqueline, who actually was at our meeting yesterday there in Fells Corners or wherever heck we were on the west side of town. She's been helping me with title insurance for our home. So I appreciate what she's been doing for me in regards to that. Our friend who is previous Phoenix member, Harvey Hope, is going to be visiting me today. Got an issue with his dash camera that he purchased. So I'm going to help him with that. And we had our meeting yesterday, drove out there, our meeting on the west side of town, and enjoyed that very much. And everyone there that attended got a free t-shirt, just like the one that Bernie showed off there, and Tony got a free t-shirt. So those who attend next week's meeting to see Ema speaking will also get a free t-shirt. Sam Stewart, connectedcars.ca, today's mobile electronics, about the cost of a new vehicle and a heck of a lot more.
Sam, thank you so much. And just as a side note, the LinkedIn Live post, if you click on that LinkedIn Live post, I just put it in the meeting chat, you can post your content details on LinkedIn so we can share your reach even further. And we're going to swing over to Wendy Chung. Wendy, over to you. And then we will go to Fickle Finger of Fate. We'll be pointing to Tony. So, Wendy, over to you, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Wendy Chung, the real estate professional of the group. The market is moving. Last night, I had a late night showing, and it just hit the market, and already there's 3 offers. I put an offer in last night at after 10 p.m., and I got a text from the agent at 1:30 in the morning. I didn't check it, of course, until I woke up. And she said, you are competing. There are 2 other offers. So here we go. So again, it's not every property. I have other listings that are sitting for a bit, and that's because of the price point. And of course, every seller wants to know that their value has been holding over the last few years. So it's a very difficult conversation to have with people to price it a little bit lower. But sometimes when you price it a bit lower, you'll get more action. And this is what happened with this particular condo. So we'll see how things play out today. But I did message my client last night, and I asked him if he's ready to go to battle against 2 other buyers today. And he said he's ready. So let's see how that goes. So that's sort of the conversation I have with my clients after I build the trust with them. They understand what needs to get done if they want to win. In terms of business, Susan Epps, while you were away, I did put an order in to Melaleuca. I don't know if you were told. And also yesterday afternoon, my mom and I had a beautiful session with Tony. Thank you so much, Tony, for your support. And we're going to see you again next week. And ongoing business, Jacqueline and I are still working with a mutual client to help them to realize some of their dreams. And other than that, no bans to report.
You also went to Shane.
Oh, Shane as well, yes. And Tony, I have to give you the numbers on that because from Shane, it became Neha, the physiotherapist that works with him. So it's sort of ongoing as well for the moment. So I'll give you those numbers later. Thank you.
Wendy, thank you so much. As another side note, if you have somebody, I just put it in the chat, any of these particular occupations that are available, reach out to Penny Lee, let her know, and she'll bring them in. So if you're out there, you're in the contracting industry, anything from electrical to plumbing, you name it, you're doing renovations to places, those are some of the things we need. And in fact, there's enough business around us right now that we can supply you work, right? So if you have men's clothing, Sam's clothing some of us now with his free T-shirt, but that's not the pants. So we need the other end of the spectrum, and also for ladies too. And Tony, over to you, and then Susan McGarry. Tony, go ahead, sir.
Hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. When people over the next couple of years, the Earth is really massively changing. What does that mean for many people? It means the Earth is changing its vibration. We've had the same vibration for actually the last several millions of years. It's always been resonating around the same part. They call it the Schumann's resonance. It's 7.83 hertz, which is so small that you really don't know and you really can't feel it. Over the last 50 years, that resonance is changing. We're actually getting into a new dimension. And what does that mean? It means we're going to have more physical things going on, more emotional things going on. There's going to be more breakups. There's going to be more people that don't know what to do because they're looking at the logistical way of trying to solve problems. But the real heart here is to keep up with that vibration by raising yours. The planet is raising its vibration. People that are still going to be uncertain, still angry, they want to control. They're always in a state that they're just always upset. They're always grumpy. They're gonna have their worst time because it's just going to get worse as that vibration gets further and further away from what they're normally going for. What does this work? If you come in for a tuning session, it raises your vibration, and you'll just feel better. A lot of times you just won't know what's going on. You just feel like you're off, whatever that would mean. It means you're off center. And what is the center? We talk about this in one of the shows that I do. It's called the Eye of the Storm. And it's the storm that is going through so much wind, 200-mile-an-hour winds, but it's actually picking up transport trucks. But the middle is gentle winds. And we want to get you into that middle. And so come in for a tuning session. If you're a member or you've never had a tuning session before, I'll give you one. Do you see what it feels like? But it really makes a difference when you can change that vibration within you, and then your body starts to shine. Tony Jennis from Higher Self, we are here to raise your spirits.
Tony, thank you so much. So another side note, golf. I'm going to say golf, August 1st, Thursday, 11:30. Shotgun start means everybody goes all at the same time. 9 holes. Doesn't matter if you play golf. You can throw the ball down the stream. It's okay. Or in the stream if you so desire. You have to have a few extra balls on hand. But, whatever. Sign up. Or if you want to donate or you want to give a prize, reach out to Mike Wazowski and he'll help coordinate the whole thing for you. Susan McGarry and then Emma. Susan, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Bernie. Did you want to share your, Tony, your BAMs, or did you do that?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
BAMS
Susan,
itself
that's good.
on ongoing business with the Langdon's flowers. We bought some flowers last week for birthdays, and we have another birthday coming up for my son. That's coming down the road. Bernie had a BAM with him, and I'm going to be doing business with with Susan. We did a little bit. Thank you for the joint capsules that you dropped off. I'm actually going on a trip next week. There's some family members that aren't well, so I'm leaving for June 7th to the 17th, and I'm taking the joint mist. This lady could probably use it. I'll try and test it on her, and so it's going to be an interesting time. And let's see. That's about it on the most part. So, yeah. Okay. Thanks, Bernie.
Go ahead,
Hello.
Susan.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Susan McGarry. I'm with a company called Pure Trim. They are a Mediterranean-based health supplements. And this morning, I wanted to feature this product, the Skin Serum. It has over 46 uses. Right now, we have it on promotion. When you buy 3, they're sending you 2 for free. And what I love about the serum, it makes great gifts. And that yucca that Wendy was talking about, if you look up and scan this product, it's 100% natural. There's no additives. Just to name a couple of uses, dog paws in the winter when they're dry and chap skin, aftershave. It's great for underarm deodorant, as Bernie mentioned earlier. So I just wanted to feature that one. If you are interested in taking advantage of that promotion, I know Dave did once, and he gave away a lot to his clients, and now he gave me a referral. Her name is Beth, and she ordered 4 jars of it. She loved it so much. So thank you so much for that referral, Dave. I've been doing ongoing business with Tony, as you mentioned. I dropped off a bottle of Daily Complete for Dave, and I have your bottle of Joint Control too. And it's really cool because we've had some members here in the past that have moved on because of their success. Terry Wood and Robin. Robin continues to order my bars, and Terry Wood ordered the 30-day liver cleanse. So it was nice to
Nice.
hear from
Nice
those
to
guys.
see that keep going, eh?
Yeah, the after
Yeah.
effects of Phoenix. So it's certainly worth its weight in gold. Thank you so much. Have a great week, everyone.
So it's a buy 3, get 2 free?
Yeah, they're $40 each. So if you spend 119, you get $80 worth of free. 2 of
Okay,
these are
sold.
free.
Sold.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna go for that.
Just refrigerate it when you receive it because it is summertime, and to keep it hard. Yes, because they can
Don't
melt easy.
Oh,
Not that
yeah.
they're going to
The
melt
dash-
on you. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Don't leave it in the car. Don't leave it in the
I'll
car.
use it as
That's
gifts.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. And Emma, and then Penny Lee. Emma, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So, what I do commercial photography, and I've been working a lot in the branding photography lately with some customers to create content after that with their merchandise. I've been doing a lot of work with Dwight and Nicole, preparing the material, the collateral pieces that we created with the photography. And tomorrow we're starting the project with Lupita. So I'm gonna take pictures of her clinic as well and do the same thing. Use the photographs for her branding and for her content for the website and for the social media. So it's a good project. It's a really nice project with that. And other than that, Susan and I we're gonna do a little bit of business as well. And that's basically what I'm doing. Just really getting into branding photography and really, really enjoying. And it's really so if you have anybody that is looking to create content for their marketing collateral, and they don't have a budget, we have a really good way to accommodate that as well. And I'm also, well, Steve and I, the designer, the web designer, we're also creating some packages that make it a little bit easier for everybody to create, to have like a website that works already with photographs that are, according to the service of the product that the person is doing. So we're creating packages like that just to make it a little bit easier for people that are starting or want to revamp the way they look. The way they look, the business looks out there. Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just as a side note, you'll notice on your e-cards that the golf promotional piece is up and running. So not only to solicit you to golf or sponsor, but if you're talking to somebody, you want to say, this is what it's all about. So you show your e-card and you point out it's right at the top. It's temporary. It's not a permanent feature in there, but it's a good way to promote the content of what's going on. So it saves you, if you have a moment, you can tap somebody for that, and then you're off to the running. And I see that Susan also has answered the question that Wendy had about the cream, and it's called Pure Complete. All right, and Penny Lee.
Actually, it's called Pure Gardens.
Pure Gardens?
Yeah, Pure Gardens.
Oh, that's a pure treat then. Awesome.
Yeah, close though.
Go ahead, Penny Lee.
Good morning, everyone. Penny Lee Prevo, the Dancing Motivator, co-founder of the Graduate Thrivers Incorporated. And I am known as the Mindset and Movement Mentor, the Dancing Motivator. And the reason why that is the case is because in the movement practice that we do, we also work on focusing on our thoughts and how we talk to our body in order for it to heal, and so that we can work in collaboration. So the movement practice that I offer is not limited to those who are extremely athletic. It is not limited to those who have major mobility issues. It's actually a fantastic way of living, if you will, and gives you an opportunity to really tune in to the ability that the body has to work with you. And so what you think about is so important when you're talking about your body. And these are some of the things that we condition ourselves in thinking in our movement practice. So I do offer 2 Zoom classes that are available for anybody, anywhere. And I have several in-person classes that are available as well. So movement is medicine.
Yeah, that's great. Any BAMs or referrals?
Good question. Well, Tony was over at Stepping Stones for Success yesterday, which was awesome. And I have ongoing business with Susan Ebbs. I did my order the other day. Love the beverage drink that they offer for recovery after workout, but I also do the cardio 9 when I'm actually working out. So I have ongoing business with wanted to mention that I sent a referral over to Ema, my brother Jeff, although he's not ready quite yet. I made that connection, which is awesome. And I think that's about it for me for today. Thank you.
Haley, thank you. So, hey, my name's Bernie. You should know who I am by now. Yes? No? Creative insight. What do? We find insights. We kind of find a path. A couple of different ways I do that is the Knack for Business podcast. Talk to people, explore their backstory of their business and the pearls of wisdom they want to share. Also involved with the Property Wizard podcast, which is about real estate investment. Does not make you a realtor, but does make you aware of what's going on behind the scenes. Great if you're going to invest in property. What else is on the go? Well, funny enough, I've had a meeting with Shane yesterday. So we're a Creative Insight and Knack for Business are building out a new service. More details to come. And I did a referral for Eric Sonego. Someone was looking for an accountant. So hey, yeah, that one's easy. We'll get to the dash cams later on, or maybe buying or selling a house. But you know what? Our next person speaking is the star of the food chain. So Mr. Dave, over to you, sir.
Hello, everyone. Dave Bellow. I'm doing the presentation today. I'll first start with an introduction of myself. born and raised in Nova Scotia, little hick town called Meteghan, between Digby and Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. We're privileged to be by St. Mary's Bay, where we ate the best haddock, the best lobster, the best scallops in the world. And they were super fresh and everything like that goes around. So unlike Susan Epps' smelly fish, just to spray around the room, I can assure you that fresh fish does not smell. So if you buy fish from me, I'll make sure that you will not smell smelly fish for sure. Other than that, when I pursued my career, I ended up as a waiter and a coffee delivery salesperson. So I was immediately put into the food industry. I developed a taste for black coffee. I then met my university friend at a restaurant at Swiss Chalet. I was serving him, and he told me, "Why don't you come work for Maple Leaf Foods?" He was a sales rep for them, and he set me up with an interview. Went to interview, passed, got training in Moncton, New Brunswick for 3 months. And then on the way, I went to Edmonton, Alberta. And I stayed there for a good 16 years in meat country and oil country and Ralph Klein and Wayne Gretzky and all the rest. And so then after a 16-year career there, I got, well, I opted out to stop working because Maple Leaf started buying all these other companies, and I was the low person on the chain. So I followed my spouse here to Ottawa because she had an opportunity to enhance her career in the federal government. So we moved to Ottawa, and I'm in my 40 years old, and there's no contacts, nobody. So I started doing network marketing with BNI and started my own business with food that you can't really find at the grocery store, because grocery stores sell on price. And in that industry, if you're the cheapest, you're trying to attract the most customers to your store. I had a call yesterday. Do you sell lobster? They were buying lobster at Adonis for $11.99 a pound, which is definitely a loss leader. Like, they're losing money on that product. So once the stock is gone, they don't replenish the stock for the deal. So he was all upset that he couldn't get lobster, and so stuff like that just shows you that they're selling on price. So when it comes to price, the most you'll ever see that's on sale the majority of the time is AA meat. Now, there's nothing wrong with AA meat, but it lacks a lot of marbling for my taste, as far as juiciness, tenderness, and all that stuff that goes with it. Now, AA meat is definitely a loss leader. They'll sell it in roast at cost or whatever. So when I do present a price when it's prime or better, or that type of stuff, people go, whoa. So you really can't compare it to a grocery store price. What you have to do is compare it to, if you went and had prime at a restaurant, how much would it cost you? Because in the grocery stores, they probably won't sell prime, because prime is very, very expensive. So in saying that, I have some prime steaks that I did get from the company that were on deal. And mind you, they're $40 a steak. So in saying that, this is a big steak. Like, it's not like, it's like 510 grams bone in. And when I first ate one, I said, boy, I don't need teeth. It was just like melt in my mouth. It was that gore. So being my age and had all the food that I've ever had, would I enjoy paying $40 for one steak, or going to the fast food for 2 meals? Which enjoyment would I have out of the money that I spent? Fast food, you go eat, and you feel awful. You feel like you ate something bad and you spent $20 and it's very easy to do. So for the food prices today, I think that's a very, very fair price. Now with Father's Day coming up, I can't think of a better present to give your dad, or the male person in your family should at least want to spoil themselves. And I tell you, you make him king for a day and give him that type of steak, he'll remember you for a long, long time. I go to my dentist and I sold him prime and a whole strip loin where he had to cut it up and all that stuff. And he had a relative come from away and he fed him those steaks. He says to this day, that's been 2-3 years from now, he always tells me when he talks to me, he always talks about that steak was the best he's ever had. Now that story is why I do what I do. When I get feedback like that, that is like candy to my ears. It's just like, this is what it's all about. It's about having memories with product. And I can't be any more passionate about that. I can tell you that the food I sell is diet food. And in correlation to Susan McGarry, it's not the fat. It's protein is good for you. Like when we were hunter and gatherers once upon a time, there was no fridge and there was no packaged cereal food with all these ingredients. You went out and you foraged for food, and if you didn't get any food, you had to go without food for 2-3 days sometimes. So we are used to fasting, and actually, when you take the word break breakfast, it's actually break fast. So basically, if you want to stay healthy, don't eat breakfast. Skip it. We are not hunter-gatherers anymore. We are computer people sitting at a desk, sitting or whatever. We do not need 3 meals a day. Like, unless you're a laborer or you're out on your feet or do whatever. But establishing that habit will make you think better about your health. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll look slimmer, more lively, more energetic. If I should have been a diet coach instead of a meat guy, but if anybody wants help with losing weight, I am probably the master. I've lost more weight than probably all of you guys on the scale over my lifetime. So it is a passion for me to do that and to help anybody out, because once you help somebody out, they're forever grateful. And I'm sure Susan McGarry has that passion in her, where if she can help somebody and they feel better, well, that's her passion, right? It's all about that. So I'm going to open the floor to people who have questions, anything you want to know, versus if I bought something at the store and this what happened to me, what could I done better, that type of stuff. But I'll let it up for questions. Anybody have a question?
Okay. Anybody have questions?
I have a question.
Mhm.
Hi, Dave. Dave, how about the way they treat the animals in the farm where you buy it? Do you know anything about that, or how where does the meat comes from? And because this is an issue now for everybody, right?
Right. It's an issue, right? And I believe it. Like there's no two ways about it. Like
Mhm.
we have to feed huge populations of people, right? And people don't want to pay big bucks to do the job properly. Like you know what I mean? Like the farm to do the farm properly would probably increase the price of the product by twice. So this is why they have to do these things to keep the price low. Now, in saying that, when you get to beef that's like prime or wagyu or that type of stuff, there's a whole different way of raising that cattle, right? than the majority. So where they get the price point, where they get their dollars, they're being more careful. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you're willing to pay the price, you're getting a pretty pampered animal.
Beef, which is great.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
It's that simple. But if you're paying for the cheaper, then you're gonna
Buying it in a farm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank
Now,
you.
in saying that, we have a lot of challenges because we have to feed a lot of people. We're also the worst stewards of environment that the planet has ever seen. Right? We're into all about money, and it doesn't matter what we do. I'll just touch on the lobster industry that just got affected. There's no more lobster. There's hardly anything. They let the natives fish during the summer when the lobster were reproducing. And you can only have 5-6 years of that, and all of a sudden there's no lobster.
There's no lobster, yeah.
So you can cry all you want that you're taking away our rights or whatever, but if you don't behave to the steward of the land, like the natives should be the best stewards of the land, and they're the worst. They're absolutely the worst. So it's they've tried to revive there is no, if you buy Atlantic salmon, there is no wild Atlantic salmon to be had anywhere in the world.
I know. It's horrible what is happening in Sweden too. Like, I don't know if you've seen the report.
No, but I mean, there's no
too.
wild Atlantic salmon.
Yeah. Nowhere.
You can't get.
Yeah.
Now
It's
they've
all
been
farm.
trying to revive the wild Brunswick and the rivers in Europe, but the natives take them all. They just put a fishing net there and take them all. Like, they don't even give them a chance to
grow.
It's just sad, you know. So it's men are the worst for the environment. Like, and the problem is with artificial intelligence now as a big dominating factor in the industry. Like, in the next 10 years, it's going to be a whole different world. It's going to be like, there's going to be mass layoffs. There's going to have a universal income because all the robots are going to be doing all the work. I kid you not, it's getting scary. It's getting pretty scary now. Like, but the R2-D2 there you see on Star Wars doing, like, this is coming. Like, there's no doubt about it. It's coming. Elon Musk has said, he says, you can criticize cars all you want, but the biggest industry, the biggest thing for Tesla is the robot.
It's actually not even coming. It's here.
One of those, then
It's
any
right here.
car
It's right
or
now.
any whatever, it's going to be like huge. So they're going to either have to tax the robots to create a universal income for people. The only way, because the labor's going to, Tony Seba, who is a futurist, he always talks about what's going to happen in the future. He always goes to the picture of in 1901 in New York City. There's a big picture of traffic, and it's like 99% horses and buggies. There's one car in the picture. And in 1913, it was all cars and one horse.
No horse, yeah.
So that's how quick things change, right? And so imagine the robots that are still like 10 years from now. Like, it's hard to imagine, but 10 years from now, it's going to be like amazing. So the technology is going to be.
I think they're right here now.
Huh? Well, no,
they're
but
here.
I mean,
they're here.
like,
No, we don't even have to wait 10
everything
years
goes
anymore.
up exponentially. Like,
Here.
my car, which is self-driving, is going to get a software updates soon that I'm looking for. I won't have to touch the wheel anymore. I used to have to always, but now I can just use my eyes. As long as I'm looking at the road, I don't have to touch the wheel anymore. That's how confident they are in the program. So eventually, the reality is that in the future we won't need to buy a car. we'll have an app, and we'll pay $200 a month as a service, and then there's a car there within 5 minutes in your driveway. We'll take you wherever you want, and you just have a monthly payment.
So I could just summon your car and you could deliver some steaks.
That's it. That's it. Actually, you'd be able to have your car go out and drive people around and make money for you while you're sitting at home watching TV. It's pretty cool.
Sam, you had a question.
Hard to imagine that. And then when your fuel bill, like I pay over ultra low rate of 2.8 cents a kilowatt. So when I charge my car overnight, sometimes I only charge for, say, 8 kilowatts. I did my days driving for 16, 17 cents. Think about that.
Sam, we have one question left because
So like when you think about those costs, it's hard to not go electric when you think about that. It's just, and then to have your gas station at home, you don't have to go to the gas station anymore, or you don't have to have oil changes anymore. I mean, when they say it's and then Sam says, "Well, I can't drive 12, 13 hours in a row without having to kiss the go into the cottage." Well, fuck. I won't.
with that, on that note, we'll swing over to
I'll be
Sam's
kissing
question.
in the car.
Stop kissing Sam in the car. Sam, go ahead, ask your question. We got a couple minutes left, and Tony has a tap in. Sorry, I gotta swing us.
Anyway, I just
on
reminded
target.
for Father's Day. I only got 8 boxes of.
I don't think I can get in. Dave doesn't want to stop talking.
Yeah.
Oh, I noticed that. I noticed that. Dave, breathe.
Tesla steaks.
All right. Anyway,
Actually, I didn't have a question for Dave, but I did catch what he said about having breakfast. For many years, I was always told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yep.
And I went for 15 years not having breakfast because I got up very early in the morning and headed to work. And I looked at the number or did the math. I would have breakfast until 5 hours after I got up. And it's never hurt me. It's never caused me any issues. I'm not going to say it's for everybody, but I can relate to what Dave said there, that I managed to survive without breakfast for many years until 5 hours after I got up. And as my doctor said to me not too long ago, you represent 10% of my customers. Your health is much better than the vast majority of the people that come in to see. That's it for me.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, and you're up next, sir.
Okay.
You got 5 minutes.
Okay. The thing is, you can have breakfast. Just have it for lunch.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I wanted to do a quick thing. We've did some changes to our e-cards, and I wanted to give you an idea of what. Let's see if I could get this to share. There we go. So what we did was, there are some people that work with Visa, MasterCard, and other things, and there are different ways of paying. And so we added a little feature to our e-cards that I wanted to show you. And I'm just going to get up our, I don't know if you could see this. This is a screenshot of my phone. That's why I wanted to bring my phone in so I could show you.
Your screenshot's not coming up, sir.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
I know. I'm
oh, there
still,
it is. It's okay.
It should be coming up, but yeah. Anyway, because one of the things is we wanted to also show that on everyone's e-card, we've also added the a feature for the golf. So if somebody wanted to play, then it's all on our e-cards. You can either register for the golf. I don't know why it's not linking in here. I got my.
You know what? Change.
Oh,
Maybe it's a
wait a
different screen.
second. Wait a sec. Just a second. Just to stop share for a second. Let me. Okay, let me just try that again. Share. Okay. All right. Let's try that again. Okay. Okay, let me know if you can see this. Thing on the screen, including notifications. Okay, all right. So for whatever, it's not showing it. Okay, no problem. We'll do Plan B. I always have a Plan B. Okay, all good. All right. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum. Okay. Okay. So that didn't work on one. We got a Plan B. Here you go. Okay, this is what we did. So this is my profile. Okay, I am connected to if somebody wants to pay for my services on Visa, MasterCard through Shopify or other things. So this way, through the e-card, if a client wants to pay you, all right, this is a service now that all members can have. If you have a way that people can send you money either by PayPal or whatever, we can do it through 3 buttons. It's called Quick Pay. And this way, so if somebody comes in my case, for a tuning or a reading, or they want to sign up for the Spirit Night, they just have to press 1 button. Rather than me sending them the link and then they have to go through all that, you can do it right on the e-card. So if something like this applies to you, let me know. Okay, we can set it up. I'm still working on the different ways that people can send you an e-transfer. So if there's something like this appeals to you, so you can do 3 different ones. So if Ema wants to know that if, okay, I need one for when we do a photo session, one for wedding or whatever, maybe for something that big, it might be better for her to do the email thing. But if it's something small, like, just within a few $100s or 100 or smaller amounts, for Penny Lee, it might be one of her dance thing that if she's connected to. This way, that could go on your e-card as well, okay? So we could set it up so that it's, and there's no charge for any of our members for this. Just let us know what you want it to do, and we'll look at the links and we'll see if we could incorporate that in your card, okay? So it just makes it, and it's one of the first things. So one of the first things in our business is we want to get paid, right? So that if something like that is good. This is the links that we have for the golf. Okay, it's on everyone's e-card as well. Okay, there's a quick video on the golf tournament itself, and then if you want to sign up, you just basically press the amount here, and then you're basically on the site, and you just got to fill in your name, how many people are playing, that sort of thing. Okay.
One quick thing, just as a quick sidebar. You notice the bottom right-hand corner, it says book a tea time. Leave that alone. That's
Yeah.
if you want to book another time with them. Different game,
exactly.
different day.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to be a sponsor, I usually sign up for one of them there. That for the sponsors. These are all the other categories that we talk about. And again, it's all of it going to Make-A-Wish and so on. Okay. And so that's basically it. Okay, so if there's anything that we can change in your e-card to make it more versatile for your business, definitely do it. But you make sure, and this is, I put every feature possible on mine. You don't have to have yours so complicated. I just make it this because I'm involved in a lot of things, and I want to make sure that my e-card has everything. So from here, you can just scale it down to make it more customizable for you. Okay, and yeah, that's about it, Bernie. Okay, thanks for your time.
Oh, awesome. So, Tony, just a quick question. Does it take Stripe?
Does it take Stripe? Now that would mean that you go on to is it a URL for Stripe?
Yep.
Then
So in
it
other
does.
words,
Yeah, if it has
yes.
a URL and there's a link, we can definitely do that. Yes,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so we can actually take the Stripe logo and actually customize it for you. So you could have, like, let's say for Susan, if she uses that, it could be for maybe the most popular products. Maybe if somebody wants to pay on a regular basis, so they could put it in. Yeah, actually for Susan, it might be. Yeah, it all depends on how she normally gets paid. If people you will usually always buy the same quantity, always at the same time, then we can load it in so it's already preloaded. So there's an amount already there, you
Okay.
know, make it so it's quick. But yeah, we could do that. So we could set it up for you that way.
So,
Yeah,
folks,
good.
this is another great feature of being a Phoenix Business Exchange member. You can take some quick payments. Dave has too many great products, so he can't. He'd have to, have a whole shopping list of. Oh, I want salmon, I want steak, I want some bird, all the other stuff. I'm gonna tap us out with the quote for the day, though. How you treat the one reveals how you regard the many, because everyone is ultimately a one. Stephen R. Covey. And that's the quote for the day. And folks, it's a wrap at 9:01.
Beautiful.
Guys, see the difference? Double A prime.
One smaller.
Huh?
Hungry man.
Sorry.
Smaller.
No, but look at the fat content. That's what you got to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess after it's cooked, it's about the same size anyway.
Probably when I cook in it anyways. Bye guys.
Yeah.